Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
I'm Mitch English. Kids, this is Daily Flash.
Hey.
Welcome. Hello.
Hello.
Let's go around the room, introduce everybody. Look, everybody, it's James Alexander. He
Hey,
handles our social
Daddy
media
James.
stuff. What's up, sweet baby?
I am here. I'm excited. And make sure you go to our YouTube page and like and subscribe.
Absolutely.
Do you not
comment
have enough
and share.
cord? Can you? Is that is
It is short,
come
but I have to
You
stay
can come in.
connected to the
Okay.
camera.
All right, and then there's all the places you can find it. And you know what? Matt Doolittle said, you know what? I'm going to join you guys today. And I said, thank you, Matt.
Right
Thank
over
you.
here,
He's
ready,
right there.
willing, and somewhat able.
You doing good, buddy?
Somewhat
Doing
able.
okay. Old man back's getting there, but you know.
Yeah, I was
we'll see
concerned
how we
about
do.
you. Because you're younger than me, and you were the other day. He was slow moving.
I've had this sciatic nerve problem. It's from basketball in my teens and 20s. And the last time I got looked at, the doctor said, "Well, if you were a pro athlete, we could do a surgery." I go, "I'm good. Don't worry about that, sir."
If you were a pro athlete.
If you were a pro athlete, I'm
This
like,
is a very expensive.
it was pretty much you're going to be laid up for 6 months. Do
It
you
would
want that,
not,
or
then you
3 or
would
4
have
weeks
business
of back
big,
pain
yeah.
once a year? I'm like, I'll take that.
Well, I'm glad. You know
Yeah.
what? We should get you a chair. Are you okay?
I'm good.
I'm better standing, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my wife just sees me laying on the floor for the last couple of days. It's like, you all right? I'm like, yeah, just keep the cat away.
If it has a problem, we'll have you lay on the floor.
That's
How about
fine.
that?
Just give me a
Okay.
pillow.
I'll
And
do
We
that.
have a camera to match.
What do
do
they
it.
say? Sitting is dying, or sitting is a
Yeah.
slow death, or something like that.
And you think about it, that's what we
Yeah.
do so much in our cars and our desks and that sort of thing.
What's
Yeah.
crazy with this is getting in my car, I have to have the seat all the way back, so I'm like driving like this.
Driving low.
Yeah.
Driving dirty.
His whip.
Yeah. We love to talk about millennials and Gen Z on this show.
Don't we? Don't we? Don't we?
So this one's for the Gen Z folks.
Okay.
All right.
Gen Zs, are you listening?
Listen to this. 77% of Gen Zers say they have brought a parent to a job interview.
Oh, jeez.
Okay? And the numbers only get worse
Are you-
from here.
Are you, how, 70?
77% have brought a
okay.
parent to a
Like,
job
and they walk in,
interview.
not drop you off. Like, they went into the building and
Went
everything.
in and waited for them. If not waited for them in the lobby, they went into the interview with them. 77%.
Okay. All right.
79% admit that once they got the job, their parents would continue communicating with their managers on their behalf about promotions, pay raises, days off.
Momager.
Okay, momager.
Momager.
Okay, now where would that be appropriate? Like,
I don't
I'm trying to
know.
find out what situation. If you knew, like, if they were friends, maybe, like before they hired you, could be the only situation I could see why
It
parents
still
would
doesn't
talk.
make sense,
No.
though, to me, does it?
Burger King.
That's in the drive-through.
McDonald's.
You're working at the drive-through right now with
Your parent comes through the drive-through.
Wait a minute. Hold on. His mom brings his breakfast in.
Don't make this
That
about me.
is
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no.
I should just want to make sure I have my nutrition in the morning.
That's
it.
a
Don't
lot
make
of
this about
nutrition.
me.
That's a lot of nutrition.
Hey, hold on. Hey, look.
77% of parents come to work with their kids. There we go. All right.
Our
we
director's
found-
got his dad with him today, so
That is
I mean,
true.
come on. Like,
Yes, that's
Go Central Michigan. That's right.
Keegan has his dad with him.
Tell her your dad's with us today too, right?
Can we show? Can we show Keegan?
Can we show
and his
Dad?
dad
Right
in
to
the
the control
control
Dad
room?
Evans,
There.
come on over.
Right.
Come here. Where's
Let's
Papa?
go.
Papa.
Yeah.
The other way.
There you go.
Keegan's dad on the job. There we go.
You didn't know that his dad was
No.
coming in and you were talking about this. This is awesome.
This is great. 63% had a parent submit job applications on their behalf. So they filled out the application
Okay.
for
I
them.
See that? I can see
That-
that.
I can actually see. Okay, no, I can see them helping.
Yes.
Meaning, like, okay, all right, but really, why not just go and do the job for them? You know what I'm saying?
Well, it sounds like that's what's
Right?
happening.
I can see, like, hey, I want to make sure I have a good one, and you can work. But now it seems like with AI, that shouldn't even have to
Shouldn't
occur.
even have to be an
AI
option.
is going to be our new parent.
Right? It is. Nearly half, about 48%, had a parent complete a job test assignment for them, and 41% say their parent handled the initial HR call about the job.
I got to tell you, man.
wow.
I got to tell you, being in a position where if you have to hire somebody and that came to me, I would be glad. I would be very respectful and everything.
Yes.
I would ask. It's like, why are you doing this for them? It seems like a boss would ask. But also in my mind is like, man, I'm just seeing all kinds of problems with this applicant. How can I? You know what I'm saying?
Wouldn't those be red flags?
Yes.
The kid brings the parent to the job interview, and then not only are you dealing with the kid as an employee, but the parent as their agent, momager,
Yeah.
consultant, whatever you want to call them.
It's sad to see this sort of thing. So what does that say? Maybe it's on us that we're not teaching those kids enough or giving them enough in schools, because I know, do they even teach how to do a resume in school?
Well,
Not
and that was
anymore.
another part. 31% said their parents wrote their resume for them. Okay.
I mean, just need to learn how to use ChatGPT
crazy.
anymore. I mean, that's plug
Well,
and play,
that-
but
there you go.
that's the
That's-
next course in high school.
But then everybody's resume is going to start to look the same.
Yeah, they all sound the same.
Right.
Yeah.
It sounds the same.
There's so much more to that, and to have you're really trying to impress. I'm a go-getter. I'm a self-starter, and if you show your parents are showing up, or even just taking you, and you see it, I get it if they have to drop you off, but walking upstairs and hanging out in
Yeah.
the lobby is like, let me be me, man.
Right.
Cut the strings, go, and that's a lot of that's on the parents too.
That is true, and I think too, if the job is down to two candidates, one shows up with their parents and the other does not, I'm guessing as an employer, you might go with the one that doesn't bring the parents. I don't know.
And you know who would call? Why wasn't I hired? The parent would call. I want to know what you did. Why don't
Yes,
you hire
why
my boy?
wasn't my son or daughter
I
hired?
honestly think if your mom is hot, then
That could
you may
help.
get the job. I mean, it worked
Okay.
for Forrest Gump. You didn't get in school.
There's
What I find is amazing is the parents are taking them and they still don't know how to dress for interviews and stuff, because that has changed
That's a
so
great
much
point.
over the years of like,
Yeah.
you know, you can just go get a nice shirt and a pair of pants at Ross for $10, $15 and they
Yes.
still show up in like a t-shirt and shorts or whatever.
You should not be wearing your pajamas and your Crocs to
No,
a job interview.
I saw someone for a
Just
job
saying.
at a fast food restaurant, but they still came in just junky clothes, and I'm like, I wouldn't hire them anyway.
Dirty
for that.
nails.
Yeah, I was.
Dirty nails is a big thing.
Oh
God.
yeah. I was
cannot fix
talking
my
to
food.
Keegan's dad during the break, and he was saying that they get a lot of Gen Z millennial employees, and they think the job starts at 8:30 and it ends right at 5 o'clock. And he's like, no, the job ends when the job is done.
Done, yeah.
And
I
a lot of
believe
them don't have that concept.
Yeah, and I feel bad, but I think it's the generation before them's fault.
Yes.
We're not teaching
Yeah.
them. We're not letting go. We're so worried about them not being successful that we do all of the work for them. And
Right.
man, I'm telling you, the hardest thing for a parent to do, and James, you can help me out with this, is to say no to something and to just let them fail.
Yeah.
You got to let them fail.
Yeah,
you
that
got
is
to. That's the
true.
only way they're really going to learn. Now, it's hard for me to do that.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's how I am with football. Because right now, my son plays DB and free safety at Lake Mary High School. But I can't. I have to let him go through the process to be a better athlete. I can't step in. So I'm on the other side of the field with the offensive lineman, and I'm watching him do his thing. Like, you have to do these certain things to be successful, but you have to do it on your own.
Yeah.
I can't.
Are you a walk it off dad? Meaning, like, if he's like a little bit of pain, you can tell.
yeah, that's- I mean,
walk it off.
You're a walk it off dad.
That's it.
Put
Yeah.
some tussin on it, move on.
You gotta be tough.
Rub
That's
some
part of
dirt
the
on
game.
it.
That's why it's called football.
And, I got to tell you, it's scary to think that where they are going to. They have to understand that's not even leadership. And we as parents need to teach them leadership, and that's part of leadership is just letting them make their own failures so they can grow.
Yeah.
It's sad to see that. All right, check this out. You're going to want to look at your TV. Spending over $26,000 alone just on lip filler.
Oh my.
Yeah, should earn you the title of the
goodness.
world's largest lips.
Come on.
Here we go.
No,
there
no.
she is. One woman, 32 procedures
No.
to look like a Bratz doll. Man, can you see that? Doctors warn the social media model that her injection obsession, very dangerous, potentially fatal.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Shit.
painful.
Said that experts would not change her mind. In addition to enhancing her lips, she's also gone under the knife for a few boob jobs.
You think?
Taking her from a 75C to a 75E brawl size. You're going to have to help me out. I imagine that's the metric system, 75.
It must be because 75
like
would
38.
indicate so it's got to be like a 38.
So
yeah.
it would measure from.
No, Mitch. Bad Mitch.
Mom said I could. She's right out there.
Hey.
You brought your mom to work. Okay. That's all right. Yes.
But why? There's something mental there,
Yes.
man.
HR is
HR
here.
is joining.
It's definitely has to be a body dysmorphia kind of thing because that's not attractive. That doesn't look right. And shame on the doctor for agreeing to do that. And I know the argument is she'll go somewhere and
else.
find somebody else to do it, but I just think that's atrocious.
And that's going to affect the way you talk. But then also,
Yes.
if you had lips like that, I'd be looking at your lips all the time, and I wouldn't be able to have a comprehensive conversation with you. And my eyes are up here. I can't see your eyes. Your lips are in the way. Right?
Did she do a
She was like, look up here.
Does she have an OnlyFans?
Okay, no. She looks like the on Muppets in the band.
yeah.
Pop it up really quick. We have time? Pop
She
it up
does
there?
look like the Muppet.
She looks
yes.
like one of those Muppets.
I'm not sure that's the look she was going for.
I don't
Janice.
think so at all.
Yeah,
There's
Janice.
John, is it peculiar that you store your tomatoes stem side down?
I've always felt that a change in perspective can preserve what matters most in life. It's so important, you think about your perspective of something. A tomato, if you look at it, it's got this beautiful skin that protects it, but its most vulnerable part is the top part here. And that's where all the oxygen will go in, and that's where it can change it. By storing it upside down, you're sealing it off, and you just want to separate them, and you want to leave them on a plate upside down and store them at room temperature. Be sure not to put them in the refrigerator. Tomatoes are like English people. They don't like to be cold. So keep them at room temperature, and your tomatoes upside down will last so much longer.
Thank you for changing my perspective.
Happy days.
Happy days.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. Mother's Day is this weekend, and even though the mother-child relationship can sometimes be difficult, it is probably the most important family bond you will ever have. Our next guest, Judy Wilkins-Smith, says these types of challenging relationships are often inherited, and we need to focus on the gifts that they contain. Judy, welcome back to Daily Flash.
Hi, it's lovely to be back with you.
So tell us, how can relationships with mothers be inherited?
Yeah, so if you have a look at patterns in families, we have a mother who's estranged from her child because maybe she walked away, maybe she wasn't emotionally available. And that pattern of thoughts, feelings, and actions, which we refer to as emotional DNA, then cycles down as a pattern of mothers not being available to children, or children not connecting with their mothers. And so you see this as a pattern that repeats from generation to generation. And of course, the question during a Mother's Day piece is, can you be the change agent? Because it's always possible to change those patterns.
Why is the mother-child relationship so important when it comes to this kind of discussion?
Because the mother is the source of birth, she's the source of flow, and that translates into how you relate with your mother is often how you relate in business, and it's how you relate in groups. And so having that bond, I won't even say healed, but acknowledged and intact as much as it can be, is important in all areas of your life. So it's really important to make sure that that is acknowledged and given its place. If that's the least you could do, or even the most you could do, at least do that for yourself.
What is your advice for someone who feels that they might have a complicated relationship with their mom, and how can it be healed?
So the first thing to look at is, and to recognize is, yes, this exists. I have a complicated relationship, but what was my mother's relationship like with her mother? And to see, is this something that's being inherited? And even if it's not, and it began with you want to go back to, so what started the complication? And do I really want to take that forward with me? Because if I do, I've got to look at my own children and ask, which one of those children will have a complicated relationship with me? And then it's having a look at, what is the one thing that I could take from my mother that is good? It doesn't matter if it was the color of your eyes or your hair. What can I take that is good? And what do I need to stop and change? Just one thing. I always say to people, don't eat the whole elephant. One new thought, one new feeling, one new action that allows me to feel settled and to start shifting that relationship in a way that is good for me, because if it's good for me, it's going to be good for us.
Sometimes there are those trigger moments, though, Judy, when it comes to dealing with relationships, when it comes to moms and even dads. But when it comes to Mother's Day, there's a lot of expectation on that holiday. Any advice for somebody who's trying to keep their wits about them and try and keep the peace within maybe a difficult situation?
Yeah, start with a peace in you. So take a nice deep breath and ask yourself, what do I want today? What do I want to create today for mom? And you know what? It's called doing your best. And then when the trigger moment happens, again, take a deep breath and recognize I have a responsibility to me. How do I want to feel at the end of this? Really, if you could start with that, it means that no matter what mom does, no matter what she says, get yourself a Starbucks or something afterwards, but take a breath. And in that moment, be present and know that the bond that you're creating, even if it's a small one, is going to pay big dividends.
All right. How will you be celebrating Mother's Day this weekend, Judy?
Oh, I'm super lucky. I do have a mom that I'm really close to. She was close to her mom, who was close to her mom. And I have a daughter I'm very close to, so we will continue that tradition.
So it's a wonderful tradition that you've just set up from generation to generation. It gives us
We really have. And Andrea, it takes work. It takes work, but it's worth it.
Understood. All right, Judy, thank you so much. For more information and to get a copy of Judy's book, The Hidden Power in Your DNA, please visit judywilkinssmith.com.
Can I tell my mom I love her?
Yes.
I love you, Mom. And guess what, Mom? We got more Flash coming back, right?
Yes, we do. Don't you go anywhere.
Don't do that at all.
And if you haven't planned for Mother's Day yet, get to getting.
Hey, what's wrong with you?
You got just a few days left.
The mother of all shows returns right after this. Stick around. This is Daily Flash, open 24 hours a day at dailyflashshow.com.
Do we still have valet service?
We do have valet, yes, but just make sure you get your validation. Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. It's time to check in with Tony Toscano to find out what's coming out of Hollywood and straight to your screen, no matter what size you're going to watch it on. With the latest, here's Tony.
Thanks, Mitch. Streaming on Prime Video is the action thriller Last Breath. It stars Woody Harrelson.
Copy that. A smack. There is no more slack. That's everything I've got.
The ship's not drifting.
Chris has become our anchor. That's never gonna hold.
Chris, on me.
What happens now?
Your umbilical. It's gonna snap. I will come back for you, but you have to get yourself back to the top. I can't rescue you if I can't find you. Understand?
Just make sure I'm alive.
A team of seasoned deep-sea divers try to rescue their crewmate who's trapped hundreds of feet below the ocean surface. I chatted with director Alex Parkinson.
The real power of it is that if you were in this situation, you would hope that the people around you would do the same for you. And the fact that all these people came together and they took risks, calculated risks, but they took risks to do it and never gave up, even when by odds he should have been dead, long dead by the time they got back to him. But the fact they didn't give up hope was really, really powerful.
Based on true events, Last Breath is a story about teamwork, resilience, and a race against time to do the impossible. Again, The Last Breath is streaming on Prime Video and gets an A. It's rated PG-13. In selected theaters is the animated adventure Sneaks.
These shoes, they're gonna change everything. Stay right here.
Ah! A foot! He put his foot inside me!
Ugh, I like him. My shoes! We're being kidnapped! Where's the other one?
I've got to find that shoe!
When a designer sneaker unwittingly finds himself lost in New York City, he must dig deep into his soul in order to rescue his sister and return to his rightful owner. I chatted with Macy Gray and Keith David, who lend their voices to the film.
And I just think it's just so interesting. It's so different. And it was kind of, when I first saw the animation, I thought, oh, that's weird, putting a mouth chew. But after I got used to it, I just thought it was so genius.
What do you think audiences will take away?
A good night at the theater, a good afternoon in the theater, a good time to be had by all. The music is off the chain, and the characters are just, you just fall in love with them.
Sneaks is a likable and fun animated adventure focusing on family and taking chances. Check it out playing in selected theaters. It gets a B and is rated PG. For the Daily Flash, I'm film critic Tony Toscano.
Hey everyone, welcome to your Daily Digits. Well, your first one today is kind of a somber 29, and it's kind of sad for NBA fans around the world. San Antonio Spurs head coach Greg Popovich is stepping down after 29 years and moving to the front office. The 76-year-old suffered a stroke back in November. During his winning career with the Spurs, Popovich won 5 NBA titles and was inducted into the NBA Basketball Hall of Fame in 2023. He'll be remembered as one of the most respected coaches of all time, and what was great at his press conference yesterday, you could tell the stroke, it hit him, one of his arms was working, but he took a jacket off and it said El Jefe on his shirt, and it said Senior Popovich on the back, because now he's going to go on to be a director of basketball operations. Well, your next number today is a galactic $400,000, and fellow nerds, you're going to want this. A Rebel pilot helmet from The Empire Strikes Back is hitting the auction block this September. It's being offered by the same company that sold Chewbacca's bowcaster for more than $750,000. Bunch of Wookiees. The ultra-rare collectible is one of the only 2 known with the original liner inside of it and could fetch between $200,000 and $400,000. And if you win, don't tell me you're not going to wear it while watching the movie at home, because I would. Well, your last number today is a baby of a big one at $18,865,000. You might want to start stocking up on those diapers early in case there's a diaper tariff or something. Babies are cute and all, but they come with a hefty price tag. New parents can expect to spend an average of $18,865,000 during the child's first year. The first month can be the most expensive because of all the medical bills. Later expenses see big ticket expenses like daycare, safety proofing, and babysitting. My advice, save the money and get yourself a Star Wars.
Is that what it is, a Star Wars helmet?
It might be a better investment, and I think it's going to give you less hassle down the road. Probably be a lot cheaper.
Matt, when you were talking about that, ironically, on May 4th, earlier this week, so I was with Enzo and I said, hey, let's watch Star Wars. And I don't want to watch the whole thing. So we went on YouTube, and we watched the original before he went back and fixed everything, like the original Star Wars, just one scene.
Yes.
And in the scene where Luke is about to blow up the Death Star, he's chasing, he's going to shoot it down into the hole and everything. You know that scene?
Yeah.
They show Darth Vader. You can see his eyes. Yeah. You could see behind it that you can only see in the original. And you can see it's I go, that wasn't James Earl Jones.
And you'll notice how dirty his helmet is in the first.
How dirty it is. It was so weird seeing Darth Vader's eye because the light was shining through it. So try to find it and more Flash after this.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hey everybody, I'm Andrea Jackson.
I am Mitch English. This is Daily Flash. So glad to have you here. So glad that you're joining us fun. We got, of course, today's trends, tomorrow's talk, and all the trending news and information that you need. And now we have your dinner waiting for you. At least you have it at Walmart. Are you ready for this?
Yes, what's our dinner?
Matt, for some reason, when I saw this, I go, I got to tell Matt about this.
Instantly think me and Walmart together?
Well, okay, Campbell's Soup has... like sometimes they'll get 2 big companies and they'll work together and make something. So Campbell's Soup has working together with Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Oh my God.
No. And they are now making, I got to read the name. It's called Campbell's Chunky and Pabst Blue Ribbon Beer Cheese with Potatoes and Chorizo Soup. This is how they describe it. It's packed with savory chorizo sausage and hearty potatoes, simmered in creamy cheese, and infused with Pabst Blue Ribbon beer.
Beer cheese.
Beer cheese is
Beer
really
cheese
what it
soup is what it is.
You
okay.
can get it now. They have them at most Walmarts. They're like a regular can of soup, about $2-3 or so. If it doesn't excite you, they're saying this is actually good if you get like a soft pretzel and use it to dip your soft pretzel in.
There you go. Dipping sauce.
They have another combination. It's called, and there's a lot going on here, so I got to read it again. It's your second option. It's called Campbell's Chunky and Pabst Blue Ribbon Beef, Bacon, and Beer Chili with Beans, which is basically a hangover in a can.
From my college days and PBR being the $2 beer downtown, those were bad nights.
Can I suggest not getting on a plane after you've had a can
don't.
of that? And don't sit next to me.
Now, they had said, this is what's even interesting. On a soup, we think soup, they're saying you can just drink it right out of a can. Right? Just pick it up and drink it. But they suggest making it as a soup. Or you could drizzle it on top of nachos or a hot dog, which makes it even worse. Do not get on an airplane.
This is a bad time
Would
overall.
you try it? I mean, there's this age in your life that you can drink PBR, it seems.
It's up to about 24.
Yeah.
And then after
eat
that...
chili cheese dogs and not think twice about it.
I mean, it seems like it's a great dinner for the infield at Daytona, but other than that, I don't know.
My arteries are hardening just thinking about that, just listening to you describe it.
I think those things, I would try it.
You would
just
try-
to
well,
try
you're
it.
always
But
good
I
at
would,
that stuff.
Just because, like, okay, it's got to be something different. I got to see if I'm going to like it or not. I should have brought some in.
It
but I
reminds
heard
me
that's
of the
amazing.
potato chips. It seems like there's been that trend where the
And
potato
Oreos.
chips and Oreos, and they combine all sorts of, or cross-pollinate with other companies, and it's like the Frito Cheeto Dorito, blah, blah, blah.
That actually went somewhere.
Cheeto Dorito.
And they also had done something with light beer. Pringles made it tasted like sausage and beer. It was
Yes.
a Pringles. And I
Mhm.
tried it. It wasn't that bad, but again, if you're willing to try this, maybe you have had it. Is it good? We want to hear from you. I think we should at least maybe try it out.
We'll try it out next week, but
All right,
man,
try it out.
it's just I just don't know why who in that marketing department was like, you know, it would be a great idea in partnership with us.
To test it,
PBR.
It had to be tested.
Half the time those things
to
are
be
horrible.
tested.
They just put them out to market them. We've had John Graham in here with some of that stuff, and it's like,
I bet you know what? That's what we'll do.
He's
We'll have
good.
him bring
Have
that
him
in.
bring it
yeah.
Should.
Hey, well, John, we have a segment on here on the show. Is what did I just eat?
Yeah.
I'll let him know about this.
It's right up his alley.
And this is completely up his alley.
You know the Jonas Brothers ice cream that he brought in?
Yes.
Alan went nuts
He
for
loved it.
He's like, oh
Really?
my God, this is the best. Well, because he's a big Friendlies guy anyway, the Friendlies ice cream, but it was the Jonas Brothers flavor. And he's like, where can I get more of this?
Wasn't it like a Neapolitan kind of taste feel or whatever?
It was like coffee and marshmallow and
tastes just like
chocolate.
a Jonas
It was-
brother.
Yeah. It was delicious.
Tastes just like
It was delicious.
You asked where it came from. I bet you they had college interns.
I think you're right.
Hey, you know what? Let's throw some PBR in there.
Guys, I got an idea. I found two things in my apartment last night. I mixed them together. Delicious.
But I don't think eating the soup right out of the can is. I mean, maybe that's
hobo
When
stuff
you-
right
no,
there.
it's cowboys do that.
Yeah.
Cowboys
Here's
do
what I
that,
think
yeah.
happens. Like, man, we got Campbell's. Oh, I'm a Campbell soup guy. I'm a CEO. We got to put something really cheap.
Find me the cheapest beer possible.
Yeah, the cheapest beer possible. PBR. That's what
But
it
it
is.
was that $2 beer in college.
100%.
It was a guarantee.
All right. We are working our best to make sure you don't get a hangover. We do have leftover great stuff coming up with trending news and entertainment right after this. Is it feeling right there?
I feel it's like stuck right there.
We are your acid
Yes.
reflux of trending news and entertainment.
Woo!
We'll bring it back up. It's time for some air, land, and sea. It's time for Flash Travel. And speaking of sea, SeaWorld Orlando is taking guests on a wild ride through the Arctic. Get ready to soar, splash, and shiver on Expedition Odyssey. It's the park's newest frozen thrill. SeaWorld has done it again. This time it's Expedition Odyssey. Now, this is unbelievable because you will not believe how technology will teach us what happens with the Arctic. Connor here, he, of course, is with SeaWorld. You got one of the coolest jobs in the world, as we say every time. Rides and engineering and so much fun. Tell us a little bit more about Expedition Odyssey.
Yeah, so Expedition Odyssey is our newest ride here at the park. We're so excited. Thank you. You know, it's a blend of the rides and dynamic experiences that we know and love here. along with all of the animals.
Hey, while we get ready and get going about this, the technology, I made mention of that. What we're seeing, is it any AI or is this computer animated? What are we about to look at?
What is just super amazing about this ride is, you have all of this, mechanical advancement, right? But also, what we're about to see is all real film. We had custom camera equipment, custom drone equipment, built out just to film this attraction to really bring that experience, because all of the animals we're gonna see, they're real. Everything they're doing is just them in their natural habitat. And we're gonna see some things that you go, oh, that's definitely a Hollywood, slide right on cue, right? But it's not. We spent weeks in the Arctic, over a year, to get this footage in this film, and it is truly unbelievable.
Oh my
already
God.
starting at the top of a mountain is gonna dive down the mountain. And look at that.
And this is all real, as
All
mentioned,
real,
right?
all real, 100% real.
And that's what's so beautiful about SeaWorld and their dedication to conservation and education as well. I would never be able to get this close. This is really making me feel like such.
And that music's building, right? It's a custom score, custom music, and something exciting's coming.
Yeah,
and I
can
think
feel
we
it.
see what's coming. And
Here we go.
Whoa! You're gonna.
Oh, this is fun! There's no way! How did that happen?
When else are you gonna see a polar bear on his belly just sliding down?
That's not a trick. That's what he does in
He
wild.
just did that, right? We're filming. He just did that for the camera.
Once we get off the ride, we'll be able to actually experience and see the real animals, right?
Absolutely. That's the greatest thing about SeaWorld is that, we're bringing them all to you on this incredible attraction in a way you've never seen them before. But all of our beluga, all of our walrus, all of our orca that you're going to see right here, and as we're about to go over just a giant number of walrus, you're going to disembark the ride and go and see our family of walrus, our family of beluga and orca right here in the park, up close and face to face.
This is a family ride.
Absolutely.
In 39 inches?
39-inch height requirement. So it's great for, the little ones. It's great for grandma and grandpa because, one of my favorite things that we always say here at SeaWorld Orlando is the best memories and experiences are those that you make and share with each other. And so this
100%.
is, the whole family gets to come out and ride it. We go right over that iceberg.
On cue almost,
right?
right? That's what's even
Absolutely.
wild.
Yeah, and we just got sprayed by a humpback whale. I mean, come on. But one of my favorite moments about to happen, because we are SeaWorld, we're not just in the air. We're going to go.
Whoa! How cool is
Following
this?
our friend the humpback whale underwater.
Right?
And look at this. The orca that we know and love, right up close. And once again, all real, right? Drones, divers, custom filming equipment, underwater. Look at this family of orca. It's just unbelievable.
Connor, I'm thinking of two sides of this incredible attraction. First off, what we're looking at, how long did it take for them to I imagine it's months, maybe even years to choreograph the shots and stuff, but then also to produce so that we can enjoy it. This really shows a lot of dedication and the investment that SeaWorld has into education as well as entertainment.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is about a 2-year process we put into this attraction. Right? And every detail was taken care of because it's so important that we share that real world connection with our guests, but also in a very fun way. That is that entertainment side and that education and conservation we get to bring to you, previously only available to, elite explorers, but now available right here at SeaWorld Orlando.
Great job. I
Absolutely.
can't wait to
Thank
see
you
what
very
else we
much.
see here, Connor.
100%. Yeah, now let's go meet them in real life.
Let's do it.
Let's go face to face.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English, lifestyle editor Joanne Butler. She's joining us now with everything you need to know to get your kids ready to head back to school. Hey there, Joanne.
Well, let's start with everyone's most beloved, ubiquitous back-to-school staple, a Bic pen. Everyone knows the right pen makes everything better, especially schoolwork. This is the iconic Bic 4 color. It lets you easily switch between black and blue, red, green ink. Great for color coding, highlighting, and organizing. And it comes in shiny and pastel barrels, too, with matching pastel inks. And we love the Gelosity Quick Dry one. It's super smooth, and we all love to write with these at home. It kind of reminds me of a quick gel manicure, and it comes in all these fun colors. It just helps the kiddos get more creative, and of course mechanical pencils, they have those too. Those are a must. Bic is just the money, it's a vibe, as my kids would say, just reliable, great stuff, and you can find it everywhere online and in store.
All right, give us some other tips or maybe even some advice on getting basically back into the school swing.
Well, you know what? It's so important to be, mentally and physically prepared. And Planet Fitness is doing something really cool. They're known for their affordable, high value, fitness experience. But they're letting members save money not only in fitness this season, but on really great brands that can help you save even more during back to school time. They call it Perks Fest. So till August 29th, members get exclusive deals on brands like HelloFresh, which is a great meal delivery service, Headspace, which is an amazing app for meditation and sleep, and No Bull, which has great fitness gear. And then, of course, they have perks through their PF app all year round, actually, and they've saved their members like more than $6 million this year alone, so it's amazing. And they have more than 2,700 Planet Fitness clubs, so it's easy to join. You just go right online at planetfitness.com. If you haven't yet started adjusting your sleep routine, go to bed a little earlier, have your outfits laid out the night before. My son likes to take a shower and wear his outfit to bed, so he just wakes up and, goes right to school. And get organized, label everything, all those notebooks, and do everything in advance so you feel ready. Again, when you're physically organized and you're mentally organized as well, that really helps you stay positive and focused.
Joanne, thanks again for joining us. We'll make sure that we post this information on our website, dailyflashshow.com/FMI.
Hey, with kids heading back to school, here are some things for parents to consider.
If you're looking for the perfect after-school treat, Frawley's is a fruity snack that's bursting with flavor. They're made from real fruit juices and purees with no artificial flavors or colors. Their smooth sorbet-like texture melts in your mouth. Check out these adorable pops in fun fruit shapes. Real Good Foods lightly breaded dino nuggets are a clean label twist on a childhood classic. Packed with 13 grams of protein per serving, gluten and grain-free, no artificial additives or refined flours. They're perfect for a quick weeknight dinner, lunch boxes, or after-school snacks. Kids in school are gonna catch colds. Cold Calm is a line of homeopathic cold medicines by Boron, targeting specific symptoms at all stages of the common cold, including sneezing, runny nose, nasal congestion, and minor sore throat pain. It's non-drowsy and non-habit forming and available over the counter.
For more information, visit these brands' websites.
Hey, for families with a history of rare genetic diseases, inheritance can carry a harrowing significance. Spinocellular ataxia is one of a such group of inherited disorders with no cure or FDA-approved treatment. Board-certified neurologist Dr. Teresa Z has joined the Let's Find a Way campaign, and she's joining us with more info. Doctor, describe to us the day-to-day impact of patients with SCA.
So this is a genetic disease, and these are patients who lose their voluntary motor skills. They lose their balance, speech, thinking, cognitive issues, upper and lower leg coordination, for example. And it's going to get worse. And as it gets worse, patients will end up in wheelchairs and they'll have a shorter lifespan.
Hey, can you explain the needs for treatment options?
Patients with rare diseases deserve the same urgency and access to treatment as those who have more common conditions. It's essential that they become available to patients and their families who are affected by this terrible physical and mental burden of spinocerebellar ataxias.
Tell us about the new campaign, Raising Awareness for SCA.
So we've partnered with the National Ataxia Foundation on their new campaign, and that's called Let's Find a Way. And this is focused on raising awareness for the group of spinocerebellar ataxias as a rare disease with no treatment options, and to focus on the strength of the ataxia community. These patients need treatment options. By raising awareness, we think we can strive to get more research and also more investment to secure access to more basic science research and clinical research.
Where can viewers go for more info?
Listeners can go to www.ataxia.org/Let's Find a Way to sign and share the National Ataxia Foundation's petition urging the United States Food and Drug Administration to consider treatment options for these rare diseases with unmet needs.
Thank you, Doctor. We'll make sure we have this on our website at dailyflashshow.com.
Hey, if you're worried about your dog might be actually suffering from boredom, well, you're not alone. We got Tori Mystic, a certified canine specialist. She's got some great advice.
Hi, thanks for having me. So a recent study from Nom Nom, the vet-developed dog food, found that 79% of dog parents feel guilty when their pup seems bored, and 71% believe their dog's happiness would improve with more enrichment. In fact, 87% of dog parents admit that they have overindulged their dog by buying treats or turning on dog TV simply because their dog looked sad. Can you believe that nearly 1/4 revealed they've spent more than $1,000 on non-essential items just to make their dog feel happier? What I recommend is enrichment, which I define as going just a bit beyond your dog's basic need to do things that keeps them engaged, entertained, learning, and exploring. How we feed them and what we feed them plays a huge factor. We all know dogs love to eat, but you can make mealtime magical by what you give them and how you give it to them. Nom Nom is a fresh take on what dog food can be. These veterinarian-developed meals are powered by science and designed to provide complete, balanced nutrition. But what makes them enriching is that they're loaded with irresistible tastes, textures, and aromas that transform mealtime into a joyful sensory experience, one that nourishes, stimulates, and deepens the connection between dogs and their humans. Plus, they support lifelong health by providing the nutrition that your pup needs, helping them live their very best life. And with easy online ordering through the Nom Nom website, Chewy, or at PetSmart, it's easy to bring daily enrichment home. Check out Nom Nom's enrichment resources and where to buy the product at makemealtimemagical.com.
Three-time Olympic gold medalist Rowdy Gaines is joining us. He's sharing some important information to prepare everyone for the summer swim season. Hi, Rowdy.
The greatest joy I've ever had is around water, whether it's as a child, as a parent, as a grandparent. It can provide so much joy and happiness to families, and it's a life-saving skill. In fact, it's the only sport that can literally save your life, and it's a skill that lasts forever. It's almost like riding a bicycle in a way, in the fact that it can be something that child or that family can really have so much fun with. But unfortunately, drowning is an epidemic in our country. It is the leading cause of unintentional death in children ages 1 to 4. The second leading cause in that 5 to 14 age group. But I try to tell parents, we found the cure. The cure is literally swim lessons. If a child takes formal swim lessons, it reduces that risk of drowning by almost 90%. So it's such an important skill to learn. And many times, a child can drown during non-swim time. In fact, most drownings happen during that non-swim time. So that's why there are so many important safety tips. Learning CPR is one. Creating barriers around a pool, especially if you have one in your backyard. Those fences, four-sided fence, a self-latching gate, a pool cover that is sturdy, that covers every square inch so a child can't slip under. But really, the most important 2 tips that I always offer parents is put your child in swim lessons. If it's 1, then 1A is never take your eyes off your child. So many drownings can happen in as little as 20 or 30 seconds for a child. So I beg parents, always keep your eye on your child. Always take this phone right here that you can send a text to in 20 seconds, put it down, have that child within arm's length, and keep your eye on your child. Again, there are so many great things that can happen when a child learns how to swim. That smile on their face is something that brings music to my ears and eyes, and it's so much fun. But as we head into this busy summer, it's so important to make sure your child is safe in and around water.
You know, Rowdy actually lives near us.
Central Florida.
Central Florida,
Yeah.
just not too terribly far, actually, from where you live,
Yeah.
actually, believe it or not. He's a local guy.
He's great. I love him. I'm going to miss him on the Olympic coverage because he's so fun and exciting to watch.
He is. And, you know, hey, the Olympics, big deal, right?
Yeah.
All right, that does it for our show. Y'all take care. We'll see you when we look at you. Goodbye.